Are you looking to purchase your first ever gaming PC, but you're not knowledgeable to build one yourself? Well, in this video, I'll be showing you the best pre-built gaming PCs that's the best bang for your buck. When looking to buy your first pre-built gaming PC, there are a few components you have to look out for. I believe the most important component is the CPU, because that's legit the brain of your computer. That legit does like all the tasks and stuff in the entire computer. And a powerful CPU ensures really good game processing. Also the graphics card, that's what does the heavy lifting. And it renders all the images and the graphics, and you need this especially if you're playing high graphics, like putting your settings at max and all that. Also with RAM, nowadays you need at least 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's really all you need. If you need any more for other different tasks, then get a bit more, but you really only need 16 gigabytes of RAM. Before I show you the ones you should get, I'm going to show you the ones that you should avoid. Now looking at this pre-built gaming PC, it's $540, which is on the cheaper side, but the components is a GT 1030. That's a really old 2 gigabyte graphics card, and this just won't really handle these graphically intense games nowadays. And this i5 is from the 6th generation. Intel's on its 14th generation CPUs right now, so this is quite old. And even though this computer is on the cheaper side, these components it's just not it. Just don't get this PC. It's not worth it. Alright, so this is another example of a PC you shouldn't get. There's tons of lights and cool RGB, but don't let that trick you. It has a 580, which is, it's not the worst, but it's just not ideal for all these high demanding games nowadays. And it has an i7. A lot of people, when they see if the CPU is good and they hear i7, ooh, it's good instantly. But what also matters significantly is the generation of i7. If it's a super old i7, then it's not that great. And judging by the title, it doesn't tell me which generation the i7 is, and even in the description. So they're intentionally hiding which generation or exact model of i7 it is. And I have a good feeling that the i7 isn't that great. Oh, right here, i7 4770. That's a super old i7. That's the 4th gen i7. We're currently on the 14th generation i7 as the newest Intel generation out there. So this is a really old CPU, and they have 19 reviews as well, and they're only 3 stars. This is a good example of something I would recommend staying away from. So for the first PC I recommend is this pre-built PC right here. It has an i3, 10th generation Intel. This is a decent CPU with the GTX 1650. You can play games, at low settings to medium-ish. And it has 500 gigabytes of SSD. That's pretty good. You can store a decent amount of games in there. And it has 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is not ideal, but for this price, it's not that bad. And you can play quite a lot of games at 8 gigabytes of RAM, like Fortnite, Call of Duty. You can still play quite a lot of games with that. It's not a bad PC at all. For $600, you can't go wrong with it. 356 ratings at 4.4 stars, not bad. For the second, budget-ish PC I recommend is this one for $700. Only $100 more than the other gaming PC, but it has a better CPU, a 12th gen instead of a 10th gen Intel i3, which is better for esports game. You want a powerful CPU because in esports games you're not really focusing on the high fidelity graphics. You're focusing on wanting to get more FPS, and the CPU matters quite a lot when it comes to FPS. So this is pretty good for esports because you get a powerful CPU. Also get 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. It's pretty good. All right, so the third PC I'm going to recommend is for some reason the same exact company. I just realized that the past PCs I recommended is the same company, but they just got the best deal for this price. For this price area, they just got such a good deal. I just recommend this company. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I'm not big enough. My YouTube channel is definitely not big enough to be sponsored by this company. But this is just great. It has a RTX GPU now, for just $50 more than the previous PC I recommended, and it has a 13th Gen i5 as well, 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, lots of storage for games, and a very fast SSD as well, NVMe. And this is an RTX, so you can play games with ray tracing if you care more about graphics. It's a really solid PC. All right, so this PC is by CyberPower PC, finally a different company, and this PC has the same graphics card as the other one, but has a Ryzen 5 7600, which is the latest generation of Ryzen or AMD CPUs, and their AMD sockets support their CPUs for a while. So when like new CPUs come out for AMD, they're gonna fit your socket, so you don't have to replace your motherboard when upgrading your CPU as well, because like the upgradability on AMD CPUs are really great. And they also have 16 gigabytes of RAM, but in DDR5, which is the latest generation of RAM slots or whatever, DDR5, and this will just make it easier to or give you better longevity because it's the latest DDR, latest DDR. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Oh my god, I keep stuttering. God damn it. So on to this PC, which is for gamers with a bit more dough to spend. i7 13th gen, amazing CPU. An RTX 47, amazing CPU. You can play any game with these combo of CPU and GPU. And 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, 5600 megahertz, amazing. 1 terabyte of storage, NVMe, really fast SSD. This is just an amazing PC for its price. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do recommend this for the gamers with a bit more dough. I really don't really don't think you need a more powerful PC than this, unless you just wanna have the most ridiculous, overpowered setup. I mean, go ahead. Alright, now this one is for gamers with some deep pockets. $2,500 is a really powerful CPU, an i9 13th gen CPU with RTX 4070 Ti. And the reason as a RTX 4070 Ti is I don't think you need a 4090, realistically, especially if you're playing like esports games where the CPU matter, like it's more CPU bound. These esports games. This is like for esports players. They want to get the best performance and find that an RTX 4090 is a little unnecessary for that. 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, so a lot of storage, and 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. This is an amazing PC, and it's really nice looking PC as well. See, with all these colors, pretty nice. Alright, now this is for the people who want to get as much performance. Why did I say moch? As much performance as they possibly can. You got a Ryzen 7 7800 XT, RTX 4090. Play any game, probably at ultra crazy extreme settings. You know what I'm saying? Got 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, 1,000 watt power supply. That's gonna be future proof ish, because depending on how long future you're thinking of is, like in like 100,000 years, probably not future proof, but in the near future it's proof. You got 30, and it looks decent. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best looking PC, but it is the best look. It's the cheapest 4090 PC I've found on Amazon. Might find cheaper ones, but this is the best 4090 PC I found on Amazon for this price, and it's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Now this is for the gamers who just have too much money. $4,000. It's like $800 more. It has a better CPU, but it doesn't make too much of a difference. I mean, you're already getting crazy frame rates and graphics, so but it looks amazing. This PC, look at that white, like all these fans, like this looks so nice. and you're getting top of the line performance with this one. It's crazy. 1000-watt power supply on Windows 11. It comes with a keyboard and mouse included. It's probably not the greatest, but you got money to buy other mouses and keyboards and peripherals. So yeah, this is an amazing PC. $4,000. If you got $4,000, let me know down in the comments. Like, if you have that much money, like, donate me some, please. My channel is not monetized right now because I can't get 4,000 hours watch time. Like, I'm gonna go homeless, man. Just to let you guys know, if you guys want to get any of these PCs, I'll link them in the description below. If you have enjoyed this video and want to see more videos in the future, make sure to like and subscribe and turn the notifications for more videos. And I'll see you guys in the next time. Keep on gaming. Or doing drugs or whatever you do. I don't give a fuck.